Live, dude. And we're live now.
hmm
All right. Yeah, we are now live. Oh. Okay, Jaden. We're back. We're back. We're back in Lost Only podcast. It's been a very long time. Very, very long time since we did our last episode. So
You remember the
yeah.
catchphrase? You remember the catchphrase?
But we speak and we create peak.
Create peak. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. I already know.
Yeah. Bet you were looking at the YouTube page, you lazy.
yeah,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
well,
Which I don't. I, okay, yeah. I can't curse too early because like YouTube and stuff, right? So I just gotta like be smart.
I mean, yeah, we're not
That's weird.
monetized. That doesn't really matter that
That's true.
much.
We are monetized, but like, damn, it's been so long. Uh, I don't even remember. I never had mannerisms. I just talked. I think you and me did the same. So I
Hmm.
think what we should talk about was why we ain't do this for so long. Which, uh, I think we all
There's
have our
a
reasons. I think number one is just that like, okay, in the first place, the podcast was mainly made just whenever we want to do it. It was never like, oh, we're gonna do this every month, every week, every day. No, it was never like that. It was
It
never
was
something
never
that
like
we
that.
forced
Yeah.
upon each other. It was just something that we did whenever we want to do. And suddenly, you just want to
Hmm.
say, you was like, oh, bro, the podcast, bro, we haven't done it in like at this point. How much is it? Like what, 8, 9 months?
Hmm.
Yeah, 8, 9 months.
Yeah.
So
10
we're at
months
the point
almost.
now where we can afford the time to just do it because why not?
Hmm.
Yeah, now that we're doing it, it feels kind of weird, but like at the same time, it's just natural. All we really do is talk, so it's
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's talk about whatever. Last time we were talking about yeah, I think the last topic we were talking about was TOTK because
Oh yeah,
it was after the trailer. You know, we kept creating we kept theorizing about how TOTK would go out. And I
oh
remember.
yeah. We should have made an episode on that the day it came out. But we can still like voice our opinions on the game though. Like
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's only the two of us.
yeah.
The last time I don't think the podcast has ever gotten this small in an episode, but
Oh, spoilers if anyone comes into the stream. We're gonna be talking about Tears of the Kingdom probably. So if you don't
yeah,
want to
Tears
get
of the Kingdom
spoiled,
spoilers. Yeah.
now is a good time to leave.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm
Yes.
edit the stream. Let me see if I can edit the stream. I'm gonna put it in the title.
See, and the
So
streamer like I'm about to.
nowadays,
We can't say that.
how what does Twitter go about nowadays? Like how what has been going on recently
Twitter is
with
always gonna
Elon
be
Musk and
Twitter.
shit?
It's just his. And Twitter is always gonna be Twitter. It's just that this rich guy decided to buy Twitter and try to rename it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still Twitter. When you search up twitter.com, it takes you to Twitter. It looks
Uh-huh.
like X. It's still Twitter. I really just I don't care. I don't feed into it at all either. Why use Twitter? X on my phone. That's Twitter. That's Twitter. None of that impacts me whatsoever. You can change the name as much as you want. It's always gonna be Twitter. It doesn't matter.
Everything is Twitter
Like
though. It's still
oh
Twitter.
yeah,
There's still pages on the X website that still calls it Twitter.
it's
Even the
Twitter.
links too.
You know exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
And what
I don't get
tweets
it,
are now
man.
called posts. Retweeting is called reposting. It's been
Sapped out all the personality.
yeah, sapped out
It's
all the personality
you don't even
of the
have a bird
bird.
anymore. We don't
Yeah,
even have
no
a bird.
bird.
Just a letter.
Just just a letter. Yeah. Very
Maybe
boring.
if you
Really,
if
really boring.
maybe if you really want to get into it, it's a symbol. A symbol of what? A symbol of caca because you say it's caca. I only use Twitter to like keep up with stuff. That's it. Also like what's going on around the world. That's it. Like I don't be using Twitter for like clout or anything. It's pointless. Why would I do that? It's terrible. I mean, there's a lot of people who make a lot of money off Twitter doing that shit. Cause like if you have Twitter Blue, you can get paid for how many impressions your tweets make. And people get like $10,000 checks. It's ridiculous. But I'm not about that life, dude. X is always gonna be Twitter. Simple as that. Twitter's
Nobody in their
X.
right mind to call that shit X, even though they've been using Twitter like their whole life. You can't. That's not a day we can you can like adapt to so easily. I don't know why Elon thought of that. I
I don't know, man.
He's
Like
fucking
buying Twitter, I
weird.
was thinking, okay, wait, maybe he's gonna make it better. I guess I don't know what way he was gonna make it better, but I'm thinking, oh yeah, he might make it better. No,
Nope.
Cagadoodle booty cheeks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Websites, a shit fest. What you really gotta worry about is your own business, and then you don't even have to care about Twitter for real. Cause okay, at the end of the day, a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, I love Twitter. I like looking at my favorite people do their things. Like that's great." But like, for me, it's less about that. I don't know. That's just how I use it. I just use it to look around the world. It's not really like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for my favorite Twitter person to post." It's not Instagram. It's Twitter. Like I don't know what he's trying to do, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And then he had like the 2,000 character update where you can make like a whole essay in one tweet. Like, brother, what is that? What is that? I mean, okay, I guess it's good to have more space, but like, no, people gotta pay for that too. And the edit feature, exclusive to Twitter Blue, even though it shows you the past versions, which is which is fine,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. But I also think Twitter Blue is stupid at the same time. It's a social media platform. Why? Like, it's so stupid. You know what I missed that apps used to do, bro?
What's up?
Where you bought it once and you'd have it for a lifetime. No subscriptions, bro. No subscription. You would buy it and you would keep it forever. That was it. Simple as that. Now we have subscriptions where you have to pay monthly, weekly. And I guess for companies it's more sustainable. But a lot of companies OD with it, make like, oh yeah,
There's
we
still
have to.
companies who do lifetime plans though,
Good.
but they make their lifetime plans really expensive.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you're having it for the rest of your life. You don't have to pay monthly or yearly. So
Yeah, that's true.
one big purchase, aside from purchases that are gonna build up over time, there's a
Mm-hmm.
difference. Quality, quantity. But I want to ask you something.
Hmm?
All right. Moving to the next topic.
What's up?
What is your opinion on a certain game that came out on May 12th, 2023, developed by Nintendo?
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious, because.
Peak gaming,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
without a doubt. Because this year it kind of changed my life almost. I'm not gonna lie. The way my perspective on Nintendo games completely changed after Breath of the Wild. And right as I played Tears of the Kingdom, it changed even more. And I was overwhelmed. Positively. I was positively overwhelmed with the content of the game because it like went over the roof with my expectations. I didn't even know there was gonna be that much stuff. I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
All I thought was first of all, I didn't even know about the depths. I didn't know about the depths.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about the depths. I only thought it was gonna be a sky. That's it.
Yeah, I thought
I
so
know
too.
I knew nothing about the depths, bro. But
And they didn't show anything about it. That's the thing, though.
yeah,
Like the
it
thing
did
is
not
secret,
show it.
bro. Except like that one commercial that leaked where it showed Link like what 400 meters underground or something like that.
Yeah,
They were like,
but
hold on, wait,
our
that is.
reactions, the to have an audience create a reaction by jumping down a simple hole, and then they see this big open underground environment.
Oh, and then
It's
the
some
music was
crazy
getting
stuff,
like
and the
the fucking
music,
horns, bro.
the eerie music, bro.
Okay,
My goodness,
that shit was
it reminded me of Borderlands so much. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
crazy, bro. That shit actually low key, bro. The depths, like, okay, it's not okay. It's not like the depths is like super scary or anything. It's just that like it's that atmosphere that does it a lot to its favor. Because okay, the depths itself, right? After you go through it the first time, isn't super scary. The first time, low key, when you're like just wandering in the darkness, you don't know where the fuck you're going. It's scary as shit.
Hmm.
Like, have you ever fought the Fox boss,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro? I found it accidentally on the way to like somewhere in the Gerudo area underground, right?
Hmm.
I'm flying. No bike yet because I didn't know the bike was a thing until then. So I just had like a weird flying machine with the wing.
Hmm.
I'm flying, and the fox, bro, while I'm flying, jumps up at me and eats my shit. Like, How was I supposed to know that was supposed to happen? In the darkness, bro. In the darkness, so you can see is his eye. Like that was crazy. Like, and look, I didn't even know that Fox. I didn't even know it existed. That's the main part about all
It
this,
was
right?
one of the
The only
scariest
part,
things you could ever encounter in
no,
the
yeah,
depths.
like for
One
the
of the
first time, if you
scariest
just
things.
never saw it coming. Because
Mhm.
the one thing I got spoiled for this game was how the final boss looked like. That's it. That's it. Everything else, I was completely blind for. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
Mhm.
I feel like they went crazy for the music with this game too. The Sky Island music, is very like calm, open, much like the islands themselves. If you ignore the occasional, murders that you have to do on robots, but is it really murder if they're just, what? I don't want to get into it, but it's good. The music was good too. My favorite part about this game, though, is something we got to bring up is Ultra Hand. It's the biggest difference between both
Crazy.
games.
It completely just overpowers Magnesis. Completely. It fucks it in the ass. Practically. Magnesis doesn't mean shit. And every power that Link has in TOTK overpowers everything in Breath of the Wild. It's crazy shit.
Okay,
The
okay.
the
Not
only
too much. The only
not, but
thing
not
I
too
think the only thing
much.
is either stasis or bombs. Stasis or bombs is the only thing I miss.
Yeah, bombs was crazy,
Um,
but you have the fuse arrow, which can be a good alternative because practically
mhm,
if you just like what um okay, if you fuse a time bomb to your
mhm,
arrow,
yeah.
it's
Get a bomb
really good.
arrow.
Yeah,
Bomb
you have a
arrow.
bomb arrow. All
Like,
you have to do is buy it, and then you got him.
bro, okay, you know what I was really hoping for when the game first came out, bro? I was really hoping that they could just like let you infinitely fuse, so you could have like a really long ass stick. Which okay, it makes sense they didn't let you do that in the final game, but like that would have been funny as shit. I would have brought like a giant ass pole everywhere I went. That's it. But I think that's the best part because it
Mhm.
limits you to just having two things connected to each other. So it makes you really think like, what is the most valuable thing I can fuse to my weapon right now? You know, instead of like, oh no, I could just make a giant jumbled mess of whatever the fuck I have in my inventory. See if it works. It's not like you can't fuse two weapons together, but it's half as efficient because it literally halves their ability when you do that, which is interesting to say at least. I wish it wasn't like that, but that's just my opinion. I feel like my favorite part of Ultra Handle is, well, without a doubt, the Zonite devices. Let's get into the Zonite
Mhm.
devices, bro.
Oh my god,
The
the
rocket is the
fines
best
the
thing ever
fines most of the
created,
game.
bro.
Yep.
It's like, what's your opinion on the Zonite devices, bro? What's your opinion on the Zonite devices? Because, like, I've been talking OD about the devices,
Well,
bro.
in the beginning, when you were able to dupe um the chargers, the charges,
Hmm.
they were practically free. They were literally free for everything.
Yep.
And then the bug where you're in the cave and you shoot,
Yeah.
that
Uh-huh.
that also made it even more free. And I just
Oh, yeah. The Tobio's Hollow or whatever around that area after
yeah.
during the Minoru mission. You can just, like,
Yeah.
you can do from there. Because
Mhm.
it stops in midair and then it just falls down. You can just grab it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
That's how I duped
Those
most
are
of
the
the
most
time.
where I think like glitches sort of enhance the experience, but at the same time, if you go OD, it kind of ruins it. Because like, okay, number one, in this game, everything is like 20 times more expensive for some fucking reason, bro. You notice that too, right? You
Mhm.
go to any shop in Hyrule, bro. All of the prices are just jacked up. I don't even know what to
Could it
tell
be
you.
because of the upheaval or whatever?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Either way, like, if those dudes didn't exist, bro, I think I'd be suffering. That's just all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, cause I don't know if I could do it without that shit. I mean, like, okay, I could update my game right now, and I think I'd still be fine because I already beat the game. I already had that experience, so it's like it's not gonna ruin anything for me. But like, if that wasn't there, I don't know. Maybe I'd have a different opinion. Nah, I'm
I
joking.
just
I
remember
think the
when
game is
my
good.
game got patched and the glitches got patched, I literally looked for the zonite stuff like like normally, like
Yep.
in the depths. It was fun. I liked
Then
it.
I
I
pinged you.
just
I'm like, Jules, look, a glitch you can do in Tobio's
uh-huh.
Hollow.
It was so fun
What
looking
did you
for the
do in it, chat?
zonite.
Yeah, because like
It
you're going
was
out and getting it,
I just like it because I just love using the air back in the depths. That's it.
bro.
And then
The
and the tracker.
air bike, bro. The air bike. That's my jam right there, bro.
Most
Air bike.
famous contraption in the game. Most
Dude,
famous one. Because it's
I've never
simple.
seen something more like beautiful than that.
I just
You
remembered
see,
we discovered air bike 2 weeks after the game came out. So yeah, it was kind of bad because if we learned about it earlier, there was some stuff that we could have overcame because
okay, but that's because we didn't touch like the internet for like 2 weeks.
yeah, we
We
didn't
were just playing
touch.
the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, we were
It's
just playing
true.
the game.
My Wi-Fi,
It's
bro.
understandable.
It's just wait. I just had like 2,000 ping for a second. But yeah, I heard everything. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Damn, what else can we say? The story is way better in Tears of the Kingdom. Let's be real here. Breath of the Wild story compared to Tears of the Kingdom is boo boo. It's bare bones boo boo. I'm not joking. It's not bad, but like,
Zelda going back in time. Like
bro,
what?
dude. Okay, let's be honest. Everyone when the first trailer came out, or like whenever you watched that trailer, knew it was
Hmm.
gonna be something about time.
Yeah.
First music, the stations going backwards in the gameplay trailer in like 2021. Not really gameplay, but trailer 2021. We all knew this shit was gonna be about time. I didn't know how. We tried guessing so many times what the actual fucking shit was gonna be, like the main gimmick.
Hmm.
Time was one of them. So I made up a name. Like I'm like, oh yeah, no, Tears of the King is gonna be called End of Time.
End of
I
time.
thought that would have been that was my number one. I locked it in. I never expected it to be Tears of the Kingdom. No, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I didn't like the name. I don't know why, but when I see the word kingdom, it makes me think of Britain, and I don't like the British. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But like, I don't know. It looked like Shakespearean to me. I don't know. I didn't enjoy the name at first, but then it grew on me. Is it just me though? Like, I
Hmm?
don't know if it's just me, but now I'm gonna talk about one low negative because everyone has their own opinions on this game, obviously, because there's so
Hmm.
many different ways to look at it. This game wasn't everything I thought it was going to be. Okay, I don't know why I expected a playable Zelda or anything related to like doing whatever with Zelda, like a companion or something. I thought that would have been so dope. That didn't happen. I'm like, okay, whatever. Cave exploration. This is where I go. This is my biggest complaint. Booble gems, bro. What's up with that shit, bro?
Every single cave.
There are 100, no, there's like 300, 400. I don't even know how many. There's
Four
hundreds of
hundred
caves in this
caves.
game, bro.
400 caves.
And you need to go and get these boo boo gems to feed it to this guy right now.
You can make
Or
a
yeah,
bubble gem
literally feed it
farm.
to him. Yeah, like the one in like not Laneru, but the
You like
Zora
keep
land.
shooting an arrow and he keeps dropping them. But I don't know.
So
I'm too lazy to do that shit.
I remember I was like, dude, I really want this outfit, right? I saw,
Mhm.
and it was like the blue one. You get, I forgot the name, Kilton. I don't know, one of them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of them
Kilton.
is right. You give them the boo boo gems. You go around these caves, bro. I tried duping them. I only duped like 15, and I gave up. I was too lazy. I don't want to do it again. Little did I know, the grind to get the rest of those, like, I don't even know how many. I'm gonna guess like 30. Was like unrelentingly tedious. If there's one thing I don't like about this game, is how it's handled the booble gems. Like, okay, it was a very side story thing. You don't have to do it at all to play it to beat the game or anything. But like, dude, oh my lord, that was so much junk that I had to go through for an armor set that basically makes you invincible. Fair
Hmm.
enough. Rupee padding is ridiculous. You are basically invincible, but it costs a lot of rupees. But then again, dupes. That's why I wanted it so bad though. It would make you so fucking powerful. You could say the grind was worth it, but like, bro, by the time I was finished, I didn't even want to use it anymore. Also, I beat this game in, I think, 75 or 80 hours in 2 weeks.
Me too.
It's not that I
Well, around the
rushed it.
same time. Around the same time as Jaden. Yeah. Because me and
It's not
Jaden
that I
kept the
rushed.
same playtime.
Yeah, but okay. I'm gonna stop talking soon. I'm gonna lay everything. I'm sorry. But it's not like I was rushing the game. But in my honest opinion, the only gripe I really have about this game is its difficulty. After you understand the game systems, the game is light. Like, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but like, I want a little bit more of a challenge. What's
Hmm.
your opinion on the difficulty of this game, bro? No.
I completely agree with what you just said. It does get very light. Like it's very easy once you learn how everything works and shit. Like
Mhm.
okay, when you first play the game, you're gonna be very confused. You might be very confused when you're in the Great Sky Islands, right? you're gonna be like overwhelmed, kind of, because you don't know where the like what the fuck is going on. You're in a big island in the sky,
Yep.
and you don't even. I didn't even know where the hell to go. Sometimes I didn't know
Hmm.
what direction to go, but it was just a great plateau, but in the sky, and it was very
Yeah.
elevated. That's it.
Hmm. And even had a tempo of time. Like,
Yep, the temple time
I
that was
guess.
actually like a working temple.
Uh huh. It's just
Oh.
interesting to me. 'Cause, like, what do you think is better, the Great Plateau or the Great Sky Island? For starting the game off, which one is better, bro?
Great Sky Island.
I'm gonna say
Either
personally, not because I want to be different. I think the Great Plateau is better. No, 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 no.
I know.
I know the Great Sky Island is great, but in my opinion, it was just extremely linear. In my opinion, in the okay for the Great Plateau, you could go anywhere. Really, you could go to any shrine to finish the objective. You can go to the ice one first. That's what I did when I first played the game. I went to the ice one first for whatever fuck reason. I thought it was different. You know the shrine right there, Old Man Owl. I literally have the name of it memorized. You know the one
Uh-huh.
right next to the lake, the
Mm-hmm.
Great Plateau. That one I didn't do that one first. I did the ice one first. Like you could do anything. Well, not immediately. Obviously, you still have to finish it, but you could really just go anywhere and still get the objective done, right? For TOTK, in my opinion, there was like a specific structure you had to go through, and it wasn't bad by any means because it effectively taught you how to use the shit, which I can greatly appreciate. At the same time, I didn't feel like a level of freedom that I did in Breath of the Wild. At least for the beginning, okay? Because the moment you leave the Great Sky Island, like the world is yours. But why do you think the Great Sky Island is better? Curious.
Honestly, the environment looks really, really fucking cool. I just love how it looks.
You know the
It just
aesthetic,
feels
the
it
little
just feels
nature
very
views.
nice. The aesthetic, it just feels very nice to walk through. Very beautiful. I just loved walking through it.
No, I
But
can't
however,
lie.
however,
The little trees. And all
within the game,
that.
I think Great Plateau clears with like the way you start off
Yeah.
and the first objective, because you really can't go anywhere. You really can't.
All right.
Uh,
I want to know your opinion on like let's talk. Okay, let's talk about what I like to call the Breath of the Wild moment. So in Breath of the Wild, when you first walk out of the Shrine of Resurrection, it shows you the title screen. In Tears of the Kingdom, you're
mhm.
jumping in the air and you're flying down, and it shows you the title screen. Which one do you think is more effective at showing you what you're gonna get into? I don't know which one
Okay,
to pick. That's why I say
okay,
both.
that's a really hard choice. Okay,
Mhm.
so with Breath of the Wild, it makes sense because when you run out, you see the whole, like, you can see everything. You can see the map and
Mhm.
what you really are going to explore. That's what you're going to explore.
Yeah.
And with Tears of the Kingdom, it makes sense because the game is all about more exploration. So you're gonna be falling from the sky. You're gonna be exploring more of the sky. It makes more sense there.
Mm.
But in the moment, I don't know, because I remember playing Breath of the Wild for the first time. It was fucking crazy. I love
Nah,
that
bro.
shit.
I got Breath of the Wild like a day after my birthday or some shit like that. I don't remember the specific details, but I got it
2019.
during my birthday. 2019. Yes, 2019.
I knew
2019?
it. I knew it was around. Probably. I know it was definitely around 2019. You got
Was
Breath of the Wild.
2019? When did I get Breath of the Wild? Oh, November of 2019 into 2020. I got Breath of the Wild, which you could argue is either the best or worst time because you get COVID in like February and March, the lockdown shit in New York. But it was whatever because I played the game more. Before I completely clocked out of Breath of the Wild, I clocked out with 360 hours. That is
And that
ridiculous.
was the era where you were listening to Frank
Yep, around that time.
and
And then I
Joji and
got
shit.
all that stuff, man. 2020 was crazy,
Hmm.
bro. I explored a lot of myself during that time. But if you had to tell me
It ruined
personally,
it ruined my academic experience, but it's whatever.
yeah, you know, it also
It,
ruined my
it, it
perception of time because I thought every day was the same and they all bleed together. So it felt like 2021 was like 3 days worth of important shit and then sleep. That's all 2021 was for me. Because, dude, lockdown was crazy. Like, if you if you cared about school, every day might have been different. Might have been different, but nah, bruh. It was easy to say the least. Very easy, but also just stupid. Like there'd be no point. I got no enjoyment. I got no education. I got no future. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah,
Oh.
no. At the same time, though, this is when I say, in terms of Breath of the Wild TOTK, of the title screen shit, I'm gonna have to say Tears of the Kingdom. And the main
Mhm.
reason why I'm gonna say Tears of the Kingdom is because the music's beautiful, the scenery's beautiful, and I think it really represents what the game's about. It's freedom. In the air, it is vast space, and vast space can also be found like canvas. And like canvas, you need paint to fill in the space, and the paint is whatever you build with Ultra Hand, or how you solve the puzzle. The canvas expands, bro, and I really do enjoy. Maybe that's my interpretation, right? And I think it works. But that's my reason why I think TOTK is better for that regard. If I had to say which one's better between the two, that's really hard, bro. That's really hard for me. I know you probably think TOTK is better, which isn't bad at all. That's great. That's completely valid. I honestly don't know. I played Breath of the Wild more
Yeah, me too.
than
I played Breath of the Wild
TOTK,
more. I have
mainly because I have
190
more
hours in
time.
Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, yeah, mainly because we probably had like more time.
and Breath of the Wild consumed my summer 2022, all of it.
Yeah, but I don't know,
Played it. I
bro.
played it day and night. I played it day and night, 8 hours a day. I mean, it's so serious, bro.
I think this is just one of the moments where you can appreciate both. Like I c- look, I'm gonna hold both of the boxes in my hand and really think about this. I love Breath of the Wild. Great game.
I feel like they both make each other equally
No, no,
amazing
yeah, yeah, yeah,
days.
yeah. I do think they complement each other very well because Breath
Hmm.
of the Wild is like very grounded, literally. He's the kingdom is up and down, but also extremely creative. I love both of these games so much. And like the main thing is, right? People were expecting, well, I guess some people were expecting, I don't know how many, were expecting TOTK to like either over, like to be extremely better than Breath of the Wild, right?
Hmm.
And expecting it to change the game like Breath of the Wild did. Because reminder, up until that point, Breath of the Wild was like the only one of its kind. Well, not the only one of its kind, but like one of the only ones of its kind to have ridiculously intricately designed open worlds. I just picked some keywords from my head, but I hope that's valid. Like that's just how I feel, right?
Hmm.
But TOTK had a lot to live up to. So I will say the one thing that kind of disappoints me with TOTK, which okay is fine, I don't hate it for it, was yeah it reuses the same high roll. If I had to say, the joy of Breath of the Wild for me that comes from the most was its exploration. That isn't the same case for me in TOTK. The Sky Islands are great, but there's not too many of them, so you can like easily traverse all of them. The depths, okay, that shit's cool as fuck. I love the depths.
I love the Death, man.
I do love, normal Hyrule, changed. Like there's so much different shit around Hyrule, right? But the baseline terrain is still the same. I like TOTK more for its creativeness and its gameplay. It's just so much more fun. But in terms like of enjoyment, Breath of the Wild in that first playthrough, bro. Tell me not. Is that not the most magical experience ever, bro? You don't know where you're going. You're still having fucking fun. It's amazing. It's
Hmm.
beautiful. I feel like I was like galloping
Fucking
through the trees
bro.
like a deer, bro. That's how good Breath of the Wild was to me, bro. Oh, I love that game. Tears of the Kingdom was more like, okay, I want to build a missile silo and explode all of Hyrule. How can I get that shit done? It's so crazy, man. I don't know how people do this. But at the same time, it's like, dude, it shows your limitation in this game is you, is as how what you want to do and how you want to
Hmm.
get it done. There's a problem. How do you want to fix it? There's a place you want to go. How are you gonna get there? Something you want to kill. How are you gonna kill it? It's just ginormous. Because okay, in a lot of games, when you want to kill something, it's like, oh, I can just stab it or shoot it. In this game, it's like I can stab it or shoot it, and it's probably the easier method. But I want to make a giant hammer and just slam it into this opponent 30,000 times. I think that's just funny. And you don't get punished for it. You still win. all ways of completing the puzzle are still valid. That's what I love about the game. I'm sorry if I talk so much. I love Tears of
No,
the
no,
Kingdom,
no, 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 man. I'm
bro.
listening to you. I am listening to you, bro. I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you out.
Like, but in your opinion, what's better between the two? I'm gonna say Tears of the Kingdom in terms of gameplay, but what do you think? Who's better, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom?
To the kingdom. In terms of
Mm-hmm.
gameplay, in terms of first hand experience, I just the story as well, like all that on top of each other.
What did
It's
you
one
like
of the
about the story the most?
Master Sword.
Oh, oh my God! Wait, actually, that's such a goated pick, bro. Oh my
Master Sword.
God.
Collecting all the
Okay,
tears, going through all the tears.
let
I
me
think
tell you a story, bro. Collect all the tears and get the Master Sword was like the greatest decision I ever made. Because not only did I fully
you
complete
even
the story,
recommended it to me.
no, because dude, it makes that moment so much more impactful, bro. Like that shit was beautiful. Like, okay, let's say we finished watching the final thing, right? It shows
Hmm.
Zelda straight up, she's a light dragon. I was
Hmm.
flabbergasted. You're leaving the memory. You hear the roar of the dragon. I'm like, nah, what's about to happen? And then you see the sparkle in the hair. Now it all makes sense. That's the fucking Master Sword. And she's flying above you, and I'm like, oh shit. I gotta get the Master Sword, like, culture. You know what I did? I already completed Zora's domain. I just teleported over to Zora's domain and I flew all the way over to Zelda's world. Being for real. That's what I did. Get to the Light Dragon. I'm glad at that point I already had enough stamina. But like that whole moment, bro, that was beautiful. That was game of the year right there, bro. For
Yep.
that moment.
Hold on.
Like I look at that point I had a little bit of doubt. But after that, bro, I'm like, dude, I gotta kill him with this weapon. If I don't, what do I do with my life? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I gotta kill Ganondorf with this shit. I'm about to slide. Like, okay, I have a nitpick, very small. I wish the Master Sword kept the golden tint. I wish it kept it because like it just has a normal default Master Sword color. I wish it kept the yellow. I thought it was cool. That's me. What was your opinion on that moment? How did you feel? How did you react?
All the memories.
Did you die?
Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on. No, 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 no.
Oh,
My
okay.
dad, my dad. I was talking to my dad. But
Mhm.
the build up from the memories of the tears all the way up to that point, it felt so good. It just felt so amazing. And the memories were all scattered, so you had to piece it together. You had to
Mhm.
piece all the memories together yourself, or it was optional. You just watch all the memories in order to understand it. But I pieced the
Yeah.
memories together myself, and then I watched it after I got the Master Sword. But it was honestly one of the. It just felt so good because I don't know with the fucking cinematic effects they did with that shit. It just felt so nice, so amazing.
Mhm.
I don't, I can't even describe it because you were in that moment. You're just taking the Master Sword and what? It used stamina this time.
Yeah. Did you stamina this time? No hearts.
Yep.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Understandable.
152 shrines. that
I did. I have all the light roots. I just need to get all the shrines.
bro, I didn't have all the light roots when I did that. You know what? You know how I got all the light roots
Huh.
after having all the shrines.
That's how I'm. That's how I'm doing it. I'm getting all the light roots and getting all the shrines.
That is how I did it. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
152 shrines. I thought, right? Oh no, this will be enough to fully max out everything. I can have all the hearts and all the stamina. That's just not true. It's not gonna happen, bro. Sorry to bust your bubble, but you're going to be missing 3 hearts or 3 stamina pieces by the end of the game, depending on which one you want to choose. Obviously, I chose stamina, like having the full circle. But damn, what else can I talk about? Jesus King. I guess the biggest thing we haven't really gone over is the story. Sonia, Raru. Minoru, Zelda, Link, obviously the champions who are the sages. Yeah, yeah, the sages too.
Mhm.
Okay, my main critique with the story is that when you finish a domain, right? No, a dungeon,
Mhm.
right? And they show you the cutscene, they just what? Oh
Bur-
shit, Berto. Hey,
Love
hey!
it.
Before you say anything out of line, we were recording a podcast episode, so you're in it now. You're in it now. Hey,
Oh,
Berto.
hello. Guest appearance for like 30 minutes. What's up, y'all?
We're like halfway done, so
yeah. Almost halfway
well,
done.
we just talk about the story.
Yeah, we're talking about
Tears of the
TOTK, man.
Kingdom. Yeah,
Oh, I'll leave at some point, but hello, I'll talk in the meantime.
yeah.
Hello,
My main
Doomer
critique.
Coomer, aka Spark the Unknown. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome. Welcome to
Hello,
episode 4. Welcome.
episode 4.
episode 4 podcast. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
we're
me
finally
tell both
back.
of y'all my main gripe with the story of Tears of the Kingdom.
Hmm.
When you finish a dungeon, right, and they show you the cutscene about, I'll give you my secret stone, all that stuff. All of it was the same.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that
I did
either. I'm
not
like,
like that. I did not like it. That is
I
my
wish
main concern.
I wish it was like a thing where like in the first shrine it gives you like one sequence of the story, or not shrine, or like the dungeon, and then when
Mhm.
you beat your second dungeon, it's that character but tells a different story.
Yeah, like from the perspective, it's basically just the same thing. The only difference is who
It's
says it. That's it.
right.
And also them talk about like which clan or race is agreeing to help in the future. That's it. It was the only difference. That is my biggest gripe with the game story. I feel like it just felt. I hate saying this word. It felt a little bit rushed. Okay, I didn't enjoy it.
Or I feel like it's like the area where it wasn't put as much work into or thought.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is true. I because like, dude, there was a lot of potential, bro. You could have shown like the great grandfather of Daruk, my goat, by the way. You could have done that, or the Garudos, or the Ritos. Like, there's a lot of potential. I don't like that. That's literally the only part of the story that I don't like. That's it. Aside from that, still game of the year. I'm sorry. It's
I
just a
think yeah,
goat.
it's a very good game.
Like we were also talking about Bruno, about how Tears of the Kingdom has the better gameplay, but Breath of the Wild has the better exploration. What do you think? What's your take on that?
Hmm. I think overall TOTK is very good. I
Hmm.
think like Breath of the Wild overall, yeah, I think like exploration and like discovery and shit. I think it's better in that game. It could be because it was the first game
Hmm.
and that I played through that and it just like I was like, wow.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like Breath of the Wild does better in that aspect. But everything else TOTK does better.
yeah. Like that's the aspect where I'm like, you know, you can't really expect Tears of the Kingdom to completely reinvent the wheel. Obviously, with the game as literally game changing as Breath of the Wild. But like, I don't know. I wish there was like a little something. Depth was very cool. That's when I like have my point because I have as in in half. I don't want to say like half my point. I'm getting into semantics, bro. Breath of the Wild exploration was good because discovering everything for the first time felt magical. TOTK, you feel like you've grown up with this place. You don't want to leave. You want to go revisit everybody, see how they're doing because it's been a while. You want to know how everyone is. I don't even know how much time it's been since Breath of the Wild to TOTK. I don't know if there's a
People
thing
have
out there.
speculated like 7 years.
Yeah, okay, because like there's no way Tulin is gonna grow that much in 1 year. Let's be real here,
No.
bro. It's just impossible.
And he's a fucking ugly ass motherfucker.
No, he
And we
was
left
like
home like, yeah. No, Jules,
he
go.
was like little tooling.
Cook him. Tooling of the
I'm a,
pizza, right?
I'm
Yeah,
a
tooling of the
little
Rita.
guy.
Little tooling.
I did enjoy. Okay,
Tooling.
what was your guys' first dungeon?
Wind, the
Jules,
best
what was
one.
Jules? What was your first dungeon?
Water.
Water.
No,
Okay,
wind.
okay.
Wind. I went to water first, but I was
Did we?
confused, so I went
Oh
to
my
wind.
God! Everybody in LOZ went to win. for the first dungeon.
No, cause I knew it was gonna give me like mobility shit. I'm like, give me.
I
I
was
didn't
so
know.
confused with
I
the
just
water one. I was so confused with water, so I went to wind. I was like, wait,
Nah,
there's fucking mud everywhere. What do I do? I'm gonna leave. I'm done with this shit. I gave up.
like
Uh,
So I went to wind.
I'm sad. I'm sad. I did the best one
no,
first.
no. Wind is definitely the best one. It is kind of sad because
I love the boat shit. I love that. It was so
The
cool.
boat shit was so
the
cool.
platforming getting to the boat was so sick. I
The
actually enjoyed that shit.
music. The
The fight,
music.
Toolin, bro.
that
It
shit
was
was so
crazy.
good. Pogera as a boss fight was very cool. I loved going into it.
Also,
I
I didn't
love
know
how
you could.
I love how
I
that
didn't know you
boss
could die
looks.
through. No,
Yeah,
yeah, I think the boss looks good.
like a giant
Also, I didn't know
spider.
the
And I love
mechanic
fighting
that
the
you could
boss
die
multiple times in the
through.
devs, bro.
It's such a good boss. Brother, what did you say?
I was saying how how like you could like shoot like the weak points.
Yeah. No,
I didn't know you
no,
could
I
dive
didn't do that.
through. You
You
didn't know
didn't know
you
you
could
could
dive
dive
through.
through? Bro,
No, I
okay, I'm
shot
not
it.
gonna
I
lie.
shot it. I was the
I
one that
monkey
shot
brained
it.
that fight. I monkey brained that fight because up until that point, I only had like 4 or 5 hearts. So I just kept throwing myself at it, and that's how I beat it.
Quite frankly, you threw
I
yourself
felt
at
so
it.
rewarded. I felt so rewarded when we went through it. And at the same time, that's what you were
No,
supposed to do.
I just use a bomb.
I
I just use
didn't know
bomb
it's the
flowers.
phone.
I just use bomb flowers.
Nah, I
Oh,
just went through
I
it
used
though.
fire arrows since it was probably weak to it.
Yeah,
That's what I used.
but dude, that is
Mm.
crazy though. The first one, at least that what we did, because obviously it's not good. The first isn't
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
the
if
same.
you aim right with a
Second one,
triple arrow, you can get all three.
No, yeah,
yeah,
you can't.
and you also gotta be like close enough, right? That's
Hmm.
also a thing. If you're too far,
It
it'll
sucks that
spam
we
out.
did the best one the first time.
It's not to say
We
the
didn't
other
know.
ones are bad. It's not to say the other ones are bad. The
It-
other bads are like good. They're really
No,
good.
but
But
they get very
Toolins was peak,
overshadowed.
bro. The
Yeah, it's
Toolins
peak.
was literally peak. That dungeon was amazing. I love that shit so
If
much.
I had to
The
choose
most
the first
confusing
one to go
one,
to,
I
hmm.
didn't hear any of y'all. I'm sorry.
Wait, which one would you consider the first one to go to?
It's the wind,
honestly,
right? Oh wait, no, we're like after. Which one would I
No,
consider to go after wind?
once you figure out the phenomena are a thing, which one should you go to first?
Which one should you go to first?
Yeah.
I think water. I think water's
me
gotta go
water.
first.
Water. I went to water first the first time. I was gonna go to water first, but I
I
got
think it
so
would be
confused with
really
the mud shit.
like I think it would be really difficult to go to where the Gorons is first. So I
No,
automatically went to
yeah.
Oh
water.
yeah, the fire temple's like the most confusing one for me. I think it was the
Dude, the
hardest one for me.
fire temple, I had to like I
I
did
use
like
flying
two skips for
machine.
it. I did like two skips for it, bro. I did
I did
that
flying machines, bro. I could have give less of a shit.
like honestly, bro, that was like it was so complicated, not because it was supposed to be, but because you didn't know exactly where everything
Bro,
went.
Vihar
Like where
helped me with the fire temple and Birdo.
bro, I sat there and I just monkey burned it. Probably my least favorite dungeon. It's not bad, but like I didn't care enough to fully embezzle myself into it.
I died so
Oh
many.
yeah.
Yunobo got me killed, bro. I was so pissed off at Yunobo, bro. You got me fucking killed so many times, bro.
Boss fight, okay, but the boss fight for the fire temple was super cool. I thought it was
I thought it
really
was
I
cool.
love that
cool. I
shit.
thought
I
it was
love the
very
boss. I love the
cool.
boss fight. I love the boss fight.
The mechanic of rolling Yunobo like a bowling ball, and the fact that he can go on the
On
ceiling
the
and
ceiling.
fully
Oh
roll was
yeah.
Yeah.
so
You know
cool.
like that like the cyclist shit where they're like in a sphere and they just go around in circles?
Exactly,
Hmm.
yeah. It's like that was so cool. I enjoyed the boss fight more than the dungeon. In which
No,
case,
yeah.
for Tulin's case, I enjoyed the dungeon more than the boss, but the boss was amazing. The
The
boss is
boss
the
was
best one in
cool.
the game, honestly. Okay, hold on. This is when I get into the question. What is the second best dungeon in the game for you guys? What do you guys think?
Second best? That's hard.
You guys
It's
should
between Thunder. It's between Thunder
Thunder and
and
Water.
then the Goron. I think it's Thunder, definitely. I think
Honestly,
Thunder
bro,
is cool.
I do not know. Between Thunder and Water, I want to say Water,
Technically be
but I want to
Lightning.
say Thunder.
Lightning
But
Temple.
Thunder's temple is so fire. You go into a pyramid. Is that not the coolest shit ever? Like, what the fuck
No, yeah.
is it?
No, yeah, and then you find this whole big fucking tomb thing,
With
or
the
the
water
fuck, yeah,
river,
the
yeah.
power of the battery, and then you
Uh-huh.
have to charge them and shit.
But for water. You're in low
I like the
gravity.
puzzles.
That's
I like the
also cool.
puzzles. They're good.
In terms of okay,
Um,
Thunder, I was lost a bit on. Kind of confusing to get
oh,
around at first.
there's this one thing where like it wasn't clear at all because we had to shoot like the light at one thing, right? So I didn't know about Dazzle Fruit yet, where like it does like the thing where like it
Yeah,
charges
like
the.
mhm.
I didn't know that yet, so I was struggling to find the right spot to put the fucking light on one of the statues. So like
Jules.
it just wasn't
Uh,
good.
what do you think Jules' second favorite dungeon is? Jules,
Hmm?
what is it? What's your second
My
favorite
second
dungeon?
favorite dungeon?
If you had to say, you really
Grudo.
thinking about it.
Mm,
Gerudo.
Garuda's a
Everyone
good
here.
story.
Actually, no,
No,
honestly,
water.
I haven't said anything.
Water.
Water is good
Water.
too. Valid
Water.
pick. Both are valid
I
picks.
love that fucking goofy little boss you fight. I love that boss.
I both like
I
Oh,
fought
Garuda.
it.
the
I fought it. I
fish.
fought it. I fought it in sociology class. I remember. I remember. I was fighting that boss in sociology class with no audio.
Yeah, the fish, dude.
Yeah, the fish. I love the
Super
mechanics for it. I
tricky.
love how it dives in it and you can't shoot it unless you shoot it with
The,
splash
yeah, anything water
splashing it.
related, you hit
Anything
it.
water related.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny
Okay,
too? I also did that boss in class as well.
I have
Yep.
a premonition and also another critique for water mainly. So you know the part where you have to align the rocks to make a tier. I had to Google that shit. I was stuck on that for
Dude,
30
that was
minutes. I
not
was stuck
clear
on that
at
for 30
fucking
minutes, bro.
oh,
I was stuck on there for like 30
dude.
minutes. I Googled it, bro.
No.
I could
I
not
was
do it.
looking around, I got the right spot. I'm like, where is this shit? All I see are floating fucking rocks.
Bro, Jules, you can't lie. How long did that take you to do? To line up the rocks into a tier? How long did that take you to do for water?
Unless you looked it up.
Unless you looked it up, which I did. After 30 minutes of
I
trying, I
did
couldn't do
too.
it. I
Yeah.
couldn't bear it anymore. I couldn't
That
bear
shit
it.
was light. What?
What do you mean that
What?
was like?
I didn't
You
have
thought
to
you
look
thought
shit up. I didn't have to look
I
anything up.
guess we're just stupid. I guess we're
I didn't
just
have to look
stupid.
anything up.
I guess we're just inferior. Like, bro, I
Okay,
don't
it
Google
took
that.
me a lot of troubleshooting. That shit was hard at first, but it took me a lot of troubleshooting and I was able to do it.
It's not the shooting that fucked me up. It's just looking for how to align the rocks. Number one, they're way too far from each other. And number two, the biggest asshat of a move, in my opinion. There's floating rocks everywhere. How the fuck am I
Right.
supposed to know which ones I'm supposed to look at? The ones that are different colors? Oh, how was I supposed to
I
look?
probably if they made them like different colors, where like one was like the ones that had to align were like a lighter shade of blue. I think that would have been
Oh, are y'all
cooler.
talking about the okay, when you had to shoot the arrow through it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Oh, that?
yeah.
Yeah, I knew what to do. I just didn't know that you had to attach the fucking scale.
No, no, we're talking about when you find the
Oh, we're
tier.
talking about the find it and
Yeah,
looking
to
for the hole
find
that
it.
you have to go through.
Yeah, the part where you have to align all the rocks to make to make a tier. That's what we're talking about. That part specifically, not the shooting part. Obviously,
Oh,
Oh no,
oh,
that was
dude.
easy. That was easy. That was
how
easy.
is that easy, bro?
I
That
lit
is
okay, okay. I knew the idea of what it was talking about. I was just looking. I was dead just looking around. Cause okay, I was just shooting shit with my splash arrows. I was just looking around. I saw the tier. I just didn't know you had to shoot the scale arrow through it. I didn't know
Yeah.
you had to do
It
that.
says you have to shoot the scale.
I
It says you have to
no
shoot
no no. That was the only thing I was stupid about. It was the scale. I didn't I was fucking stupid about that. I saw the tier. I saw it.
Dude, okay, what happened to me is that it took me like an hour maybe to find where the deer was supposed to be because I kept circling around in circles. I'm like, I could have swore I saw a tear shaped thing somewhere around here because I didn't think that I didn't think there was like a specific spot where you had to line up the tears and then shoot the arrow through. I thought there was like a rock formation or something. I'm like, I wonder where the fuck that is. And I had to look up a guide. I'm like, huh, I'm in the wrong fucking spot.
bro.
So I had
Okay,
to
so
go
this
all the way over there. And it took me forever to find the fucking alignment because it's not clear.
to add insult to injury to all of this. You know how it's fully submerged in mud? My brain was like, maybe the tier will show itself if I remove all of the mud. I did that. Took me about 15 minutes, so not 15 minutes, so like 10 minutes. I'm like, aha, I finally got it. Nothing happened. I spent
Oh,
all
did
that
you
time.
actually do it manually?
I manually removed all the mud with water. I just kept throwing splash fruit at it. I was looking around, no tear in sight. I just kind of, I was the floors were practically like they were lickable, with how clean and watery they were. Like
There's no way.
okay,
You
bro, that shit was ridiculous.
did you not think twice that it was the unintentional? That it was like unintentional. It's not even the right way. Hell, there's no clue
Okay,
saying that
because
you could just
there's
splash
this
it.
like a collectible though, like a chest or something. I don't forgot it was specifically where you remove all the mud, you get something, a little thing for the island. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, guys,
Uh-huh.
this has to be the way. I reread that shit so many times. I couldn't do it. I didn't know. I googled it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not sitting there.
Uh-uh.
How long doing all that crazy
You're just
shit?
dumb. You're just dumb, dude.
You spent an hour on it and then googled it, bro.
No, I'm talking about like the sludge thing for the tier.
Okay,
That
the
was
sludge
dumb.
sea for the tier. I'm not gonna lie, that was stupid, but it was very funny. Very funny. What is your favorite kind of shrine for you guys, if you had to say?
uh, I like basically like the strength shrines. I think they're cool, but I don't think they're better than the ones from Breath of the Wild.
Well, Jules, what is your favorite kind of shrine?
Teaching you how to use devices. I like those. And also the ones where it's called. Fuck. I just remember. I just
Proving
remember talking
ground,
about it. I just
proving
remember
ground.
talking about it.
Is it
But
the
I
one
like
where
the
you go where
proving
you're
ground.
fully naked? Those are my favorite.
those,
Those are my
Yeah,
bro,
they're
bro, bro.
called proving grounds. They're
Oh.
called proving
Yeah,
grounds.
Yeah,
bro. I
proving
never
grounds.
failed a single one. They were so fun.
I even if I failed one, it was just so fun doing it. Especially that one time I was doing this bit where I was just being stupid.
Oh
It was just me
shit!
and Jaden in the car. I was just being a complete dumbass. I was like, touch this pitch. Suck on
Dude,
my balls. This was so fun, bro.
I will say early game they kind of suck because you die really easily. Early game you die
It
really
sucks. It
easily.
sucks. It sucks. Oh my god,
They
man.
were fun,
No,
bro. I'm all about that.
like later on, I think they're fun challenges. Especially like I try like stealthing it. I find fun stealthing it or just going like balls of the walls.
I
I don't
completely
know.
forgot. Minoru's shit counts as a dungeon, does it not? Does it not count as a dungeon?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it
a
does.
dungeon. Yeah, it's a dungeon. It's a
Bro,
literal
It's
dungeon.
literally
okay,
a
where
dungeon.
would you put Minoru's dungeon in a tier list?
Fuck.
Because Minoru's dungeon
I'm
for me
sorry.
is like
I think
it's a B tier.
I like the dungeon itself.
Mhm.
I think it's like high mid. But if I were to say like the boss fight and shit, and like everything in general, I'd probably put it like a low mid because it was just like I don't know.
The boss fight was so easy. I just want to say that right now.
It was
Like
so easy. It
that shit
was
was
just an
light. Bro,
alternate version.
listen. Just get the shock hand, get the cannon hand, you win. You win. That is the boss
Oh yeah,
fight.
because Cannon does knockback, right?
Yeah,
Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do out here, bro.
Bubba's gotta eat, bro.
Pops-
Did y'all Mister finish the Master Kyoga which
I did finish that
quest
side
line?
quest line. That quest
Yeah,
line was really fun.
I like the quest line. I
Bro,
thought it was
you know what's
fun.
crazy, bro? The main attraction to that shit is like I was hearing rumors. I'm like, oh my god, TOTK superpower. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean TOTK superpower? I'm doing my research. I'm like, oh my god, Detroit Smash My Hero Academia. I have to get this.
It was just auto build.
Auto build?
Oh, auto build.
I'm talking about.
I didn't think it existed. I didn't think it
Yeah,
existed.
I
But
knew
when I
auto
found
build
out it
existed.
existed, it literally solved all of my life problems, and it made everything easier for me. And then I duped so many zone I after that.
Nah, bro,
I
the fucking scroll, the scroll that gives you like the power to smash into the ground. That was my shit. That was my jam. I loved it. It does not do any damage whatsoever, but it's very
It
fun.
looks so sick. It looks so
It
sick.
does look cool. If it was, if there were like multiple of those kinds of moves, that would have been so fucking cool. That
Oh,
would
you
have
mean
been so
earthquake?
cool. Yeah, if there was just more. I was praying for more. There isn't
Yeah.
more. I wish there was more. That would have been so cool.
Hey,
Candyman combat
DLC. We gotta wait for DLC, man.
DLC September Nintendo Direct. Come
Yep.
on, bro.
Imagine it focuses more on the Yiga clan. That'd be cool.
The Yuga clan were like the Midga clan. They should put Midna in the next DLC. I'm gonna state my reasons here. We're live on Twitter
If
on
they
YouTube.
were to give us a scroll, I hope it's like a scroll where it brings you up in the air and then you could do bullet time from there. It takes like half of your stamina wheel or some shit. I don't
This
know.
guy isn't gonna believe it.
Just use
Revali's
rocks.
Gale and Breath of the Wild did that already. So
But we
use
don't have a Bally's Gale.
We have
um
tooling. We have tooling. We have to
we have
imagine.
No one
tooling.
can't bring you up, stupid.
Okay, time bomb shield.
Time bomb shield.
Time bomb shield. That's how I
Oh,
do
and
my
also
jam.
with the die, but that uses materials.
Just don't be a little baby
I
bitch
love the
and just
time
do
bomb. I love
it.
the time bomb shield. I love doing that shit with the fucking the 3-headed dragon. What the fuck is it called? I forgot his name.
Also,
The Gleox.
something I've
Leox.
come
Yeah.
to terms with is that when you use the bomb shield, it's good. It's good to dive because it slows down your time from hitting the ground. Because for some fucking reason, when you go to bullet time without doing the glide thing, you just fucking slam to the ground. I don't know why.
Oh, don't worry. I know because I'm the combat guy here.
You're
Yeah,
fucking not, dude.
I did SBR on a Lionel 50,000 times and I'm too good.
No, the fuck.
You saw me do SBR on one of my clips, bro. I don't know what that's. I don't know what
I don't wanna
You
hear it.
did
I
it
don't wanna hear
50,000 times.
Oh,
Nah,
Jaden, there's new combat tech.
I can
So
learn
learn it.
that tech, but
Talk up.
guess what? Guess what? I have a life, so can't really be doing that.
No, you fucking don't.
I have a
Get
wife
back
and
to the
kids.
sweatshop. Get back to the sweatshop. No, you fucking don't. The fuck?
You gotta talk. You gotta talk about me. No, 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 no. We have to remain professional. We're on YouTube. Gotta keep my tuxedo on. I don't want to mess you up.
Pubs gotta eat, bro.
gotta fix my fucking
Jules,
tie.
Jules, you gotta stop saying that.
Pubs gotta eat.
Bob's gotta eat.
Pubs
Pubs
gotta
gotta
eat.
eat.
All right,
Pubs gotta
so
eat.
Ooh.
we've talked. I think we've talked about the a chunk of the story, but I think it's time that we move on to the biggest part, the the third act, the final act of the game. What is y'all opinions on that, bro? Everything.
Pura,
You mean
pura,
once you finish
pura, pura.
the
Imagine.
phenomena? Once you finish the phenomena or whatever the fuck?
Nah, bro. When you go to Hyrule Castle
Yeah,
for the
when you
first
talk to
time,
Oh, like,
Pura, the final act, you gotta talk to
yeah,
Pura.
man. Final act, man.
Yeah.
When you talk to Pearl, yeah.
yeah.
I don't even know how to say her name. I just say Pearl.
You,
I don't know, Pearl.
I
you
say
mean like
Pura.
like you go to Hyrule Castle, there's like monster forces that just spawn and shit.
Yeah, whenever you
Fake
follow
Zelda.
the fake Zelda, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I love the fake
Yeah.
Zelda shit they did with the game. I like that. That was cool.
No, yeah, I'm like that can't be Zelda.
And the and the
Literally,
and
bro.
the monster hordes they did. That shit was so cool.
Literally, bro. I would take out a Royal Claymore, Silver Lantern Horn, spin. I would just spin. That's how I did all of those.
Oh, also in my next playthrough, am I the only one that's banning hoverbike?
Banning hoverbike, bro.
Yeah.
I went through 90% of the
I'm
game
not
with the
gonna lie, I
hoverbike.
stopped using that shit.
I went through 90% of the game with the hoverbike. Because reminder, I didn't even know Hyrule hoverbike existed in the first 2 weeks of the game's lifespan, which was around the time I beat the game. I think like no, 2.5 weeks in, I beat the game. So
Yeah.
by the time hoverbike was around, I hadn't used it at all.
I'm
or
gonna ban it because I spent my entire most of my playthrough on hoverbike.
like, dude, I didn't even use hoverbike. I would make a wing and just fly. That's what I would do, bro. That was my wave. That's all I
I
did.
should use wings more.
But my favorite part of the final act, honestly, bro, has to be the final boss fight. Both of them. Ganondorf, the Demon
The
King.
drag.
Spoilers, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, guys. A very big spoiler. Oh my god.
Spoilers, Ganon turns to Big Dragon and he voice everybody. The end.
Bro, oh my god. Yo, okay. The night I beat the game was crazy, bro. I think y'all saw me posting about it, right? I
Yep.
literally posted a picture of my tissues, bro. I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out, bro. Bro, you
What are you
know?
using the tissues for, Jaden?
Oh my god. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Listen, bro. Pearl was on the screen for 5 seconds. Nah, I'm chilling. Anyways, you
No.
falling down from the sky. That was the part that got me the most. When you're falling down the sky, you're slowly falling, right?
Oh yeah.
This is after Minoru and Raru saves Zelda, right? And he uses his power
Right.
to bring it back, right?
Uh-huh.
I put down my controller. I let it fall for like a good 30 seconds. I'm just sitting there crying.
I'm just waiting for it to hit the ground.
I waited around for that. It never came, but I was still crying, bro. Oh my god! And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna press R on my controller now. And then I
Dude,
reach out my
I
hand.
fucked it the first time. I didn't hold A. I only pressed it, and I just saw like just fly back. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, bro. My god, bro. When I say that the final hour of me playing that game, I was crying,
Amazing.
especially at the part where like
Amazing.
I didn't start crying at this part, but my one of the enjoyable parts was when all the champions came with you to fight Ganondorf, right?
Oh
The
yeah.
main one. That shit was cool as shit because at that point there was like 5 phantoms and one actual Ganon. That shit was annoying. Nah, my dogs got me. My dogs got me. So I didn't care. Reminder: I didn't know gloom resistant food existed. That's why I told you guys to make it. That's why I told you. I didn't have it.
You
I didn't
mean
have
Gloom
gloom resistant food.
Recovery?
Yeah, both of them. Irregardless, I died like
No,
6 times.
resistance only works against actual Gloom, not Gloom with based attacks.
Oh, I'm
Sorry to
sorry.
tell
I
you.
didn't know I was talking to Mr. Zelda. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, I'm fucking Zelda, and like, and you played him. I'm him.
okay.
I am him.
Okay. Okay. Cross dresser. I'm joking.
Oh, man.
I'm joking.
Sorry, sorry, Jada. I have no time for you. I need to save Princess Peach.
Alright, alright.
Nigga,
For that
what?
corny ass joke, you're getting your balls chopped off. Right after the stream, bro. I'm joking.
After
But yeah,
rocks.
that the boss fight was very fun. Okay,
Nigga,
the first time
what?
you do the Demon King Ganondorf, right? The dragon. Sorry.
Mm,
The first time you do the dragon, bro. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I kept slamming myself into it. I was monkey moding it again, and it didn't work for like the first 6 minutes. And I'm like, all right, let me look
Yeah, of
around.
course, of course.
Let me look very closely on what I have to do. Oh, I have to hit the eyes. I went
Oh,
to
you
his
fucking
face and tried to hit him in
stupid.
the face. It didn't work.
You're so dumb.
So then I went to the other eyes. I beat all the other eyes. I think you already saw a clip of me beating the game though. When I stood there, I'm charging up the blade, bruh. I charged it up. I let it sit there. I'm like, this is what you get, you dumb bitch. Boom.
Dude, that fucking
That
moment,
moment,
dude.
that moment, bro. Oh my! And I made sure not to overdo it. I just wanted to charge it up, so I hit it a little bit just to make sure it was the final shot. You know, don't want to make it anticlimactic.
Dude.
So
Oh
fun,
my god.
amazing video game. Made me cry a lot. Yeah,
TOTK was so good compared to Breath of the Wild.
It was game changing.
bro. And then
So
the
good.
after credits came, and then Minoru was leaving. I'm like, oh my god, bro. And at this point, I'm
No.
on the brink of death. At this point, I'm on the brink of death, bro. And I'm just balling again. That game is so. Uh,
Uh,
mm,
TOTK is a fucking beautiful game.
I love that shit. That's my jam. That's everyone's
I
jam.
didn't
Should
do
be everyone's
Lurland
jam.
Village. I just remember I didn't do Lurland Village.
God, what a game. What a game,
Hey,
man.
have y'all do the Lurland Village thing?
I did it once. I only did the first part where you have to kill the goblins. I did that, and
I
that's it.
didn't do that. I kept hearing about the pirates. I'm like, huh, I'll go make sure to do that before I beat the game.
You never did it. You let them die. You let them suffer. It's your fucking
Yeah, I
fault.
fucking let them. Yeah, I really say that Lurland sell their fucking flames.
Oh, man. Well, what's your guys' opinion on the ending, though?
Amazing ending.
All right.
Top tier. I love that shit so much. I was
What was
streaming it
everyone's
in
reaction?
ROBALLS.
Okay. Did who in here got spoiled for the dragon?
Not me. I didn't get spoiled for
No,
anything. I didn't get spoiled for anything.
I only got spoiled for the Demon King shit.
I went
That's
in
I only
it.
full
got
blind. I
spoiled.
went in fully blind. I went in fully blind.
I got spoiled for how the dragon looks like. So I want to know your guys' reaction to number one. Turn into dragon.
I did learn he turned into a dragon. I think at some point. I wasn't really sure.
Jules, what was your
I
reaction?
thought that was cool. No, when
My
I saw
jaw
him eat that
fucking
eat
my
the
jaw
fucking
fucking
stone,
dropped.
I didn't expect him
right?
to do it. I didn't know at the time.
It's
And
fucking
then I got spoiled.
Ganondorf. He'll do anything to take out the Hyrule.
That shit was crazy. You know the shot where they're both in the air, staring at each other. Link on top of the light dragon, holding his sword. It's about to go down. You know what I thought? How that boss fight was gonna be? I thought you were gonna be like on Zelda as a mount, and you just keep slashing. That, that's
Oh,
that's what I thought it was gonna be. Something like,
like you ram into each other.
yeah, pause. Yeah, that's what I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be. Very, very cool.
oh. Next playthrough, I won't pick up the Master Sword. Saying this right now.
Next playthrough is gonna be in like the next 2 years. I don't expect myself to play the game again.
Mine's
So
gonna
I don't
be after I learn playing Terraria. Terraria. You're
Oh
my
yeah,
next
Tor.
demon, and I'm about to defeat
Terraria.
you.
I
90
see who
hours.
you are.
Oh, 90 hours in Terraria. Oh no. I haven't touched Terraria in like a week and a half.
Oh yeah, to address changes ever since the last episode of the Lost Only podcast, many things have happened. Creation of
Roballs.
ROBALLS,
Mm-hmm.
Nick.
Oppo,
Nick.
Yeah, their name
Oppo,
is not
Nick.
Carlos anymore. Their name is Nick.
Nick.
Uh,
Nick, guys.
Their name
just
is
know,
Nick.
just know to call them Nick,
Nico,
not by their dead names, or Nico,
Nico,
or
Nick.
Nico,
Nicholas, or Nico Bellic.
Nico Fish. Nicholas Cage.
Nicholas
Hmm.
Cage,
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
But yeah, that's
Dude,
damn. Yeah, Robots. Okay, so for those who even watch this podcast, is this like group chat thing that Jules made with a bunch of other people he met on Roblox.
Hmm.
Was really
negative.
big, very cool. I didn't join Roblox like January.
December. December. Y'all joined mid like around.
No, but like I'm talking like integrate myself. I was in the server, but I didn't really talk that much in there.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
I would send the occasional message, but I was still in OZ half the time. I mean, it's true even now.
It took a little bit to like become a
I
parasite
needed to
and
know
eat
if I could trust
everybody.
these people, bro. I don't know if they were psychotic.
I'm so
Jules was
glad
like,
I'm so glad you guys let me feast upon your flesh.
okay,
It's been
okay, but you want to know what really broke the ice? My
what?
Stop.
birthday. My birthday was crazy. The play card,
But
bro. That's when it all
you play
changed,
too
bro.
much.
You play too much.
And then
You play
Amari
too much.
came.
And then Amari came. Amari was like, bro, who does nigga Jay think he is? He is not the thinker. I was sitting there with my hand on my chin. I remember that. He was wearing the
Hmm.
noob mask. He was trying to hit a jig.
Hmm.
He looked like a big booty Latina from Brazil. No.
Whoa.
Yeah, all right. Bert, bruh.
But
Anyways,
What?
roll balls.
Huh?
We have
Oh,
Natalie. She loves killing people. We have Zenny. Loves My Little
like
Pony. He loves My Little Pony like crazy. That's
yeah,
his
he
hmm.
thing.
loves My Little Pony.
Loves My Little Pony. Um,
Like
Sanai
fanatic.
likes watching videos.
So I like watching videos.
Listens to
He's
Skrillex.
he's a
Plays
bone.
Halo.
He's a brony. A
He's
brony.
you. What? Sanai is a brony.
Sanai's a brony.
We got Jalen. She's
Sanai, you're a
in
brony. If
love.
you're watching this, you're a brony. Jalen,
Jalen is in love with Bonnie.
I love with Bonnie from FNAF.
Brony.
Hmm.
Oh, check out my bun.
You got it, Kaka.
Berto,
Berto likes watching videos.
yeah, Berto does like watching videos.
I didn't know I show speed during the podcast.
You mean I should imagine?
I show
Bro, what's going on? Are we
Oh,
devolving? Can I start being
we're
psychotic?
evolving. We're evolving. New
That's,
stimuli.
But should we
Oh,
end off the
also,
episode here?
yeah. I think
yeah,
this is
I
very
gotta go. I
TOTK
gotta go
based.
anyways.
Very
Well,
TOTK based
see you,
episode.
Berto. Well, this has been an episode of Lost Only Podcast where we speak and
Speak Create peak.
We create peak. Yeah. Yeah.
Kick this nigga butt out of my shit. I'm joking.
You already know, bro.
Clap, get pregnant, get pregnant. Clap, get pregnant. All right, y'all. Thank
Bye.
you.
I'm not clapping with my hands, by the way. All right. Thank you guys for watching and listening. This is Lost Only Podcast, episode 4. Thank you guys.